What's going on, guys? Kaz Cray back with another New York Jets franchise video, and this video is just me showing the recap of the Season 3 offseason. For those of you guys who don't know, as you can see here, the Jets beat the Packers in the Super Bowl to become Super Bowl champions for the first time in 51 years. And we're going to show the stats of the regular season because I didn't show you guys the stats before. BHC, 36 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. Hopefully, season 2, he has less interceptions. Alvin Kamara led the team in rushing yards, 963 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not over 1,000 yards, but he was still pretty effective. BHC had 565 yards, and we had 3 different receivers go for 1,000 yards. Tyree Gorin, Jordy Nelson, and Derek Pete. Gorin went for 1,551 yards and 17 touchdowns. A lot of sacks given up this season by Zach Strief and Blake Walter, among other Jets offensive linemen. So hopefully we can build up the offensive line to do a better job. CJ Daly had a great rookie season, 153 tackles, 33 tackles for a loss, and 14.5 sacks. But our sack leaders were Jordan Jenkins and Dylan Donahue. Jenkins 24 sacks, Donahue 19. And there you see Daly had 14.5, Leonard Williams had 11. And not a lot of interceptions for this team. We had 3 different guys lead the team with 2 interceptions. Hopefully in season 4 we can get more interceptions, but as long as we win games, that's all that really matters. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie led the team in pass deflections with 14. 10 forced fumbles by CJ Daly, 8 by Jamal Adams. Daly had 6 fumble recoveries as well and had 2 touchdowns. And overall, a really great season by CJ Daly. As you're going to see, he actually won Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie, obviously. Adam Vinatieri only missed 1 field goal and 2 extra points. One of the extra points was blocked, so it doesn't really count. Lachlan Edwards, 67 punts, over 3,000 yards punted. Asher Johns with a kick return for a touchdown. And Donford Keel didn't really do anything as a punt returner. Phillip Rivers actually won league MVP. BHC finished right behind him, actually. So BHC very close to winning MVP. Anthony Lynn ended up winning Coach of the Year. Todd Bowles finished right behind him. Phillip Rivers also won Offensive Player of the Year. BHC finished second in that. CJ Daly, as you see, won Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan Jenkins was up there as well at 3. Dylan Donahue at 6. And Jamal Adams finished at 10. So 4 different Jets players up for Defensive Player of the Year. Derek Pete finished 3rd in Offensive Rookie of the Year. CJ Daly, of course, won Defensive Player of the Year, or Defensive Rookie of the Year, that is. So now we get into the re-signings. Alex Anzalone decided he didn't want to come back to the team. I wasn't going to franchise tag him. So with a lot of the guys who are lower overall, I decided just to give them $950K for 1 year. Just kind of give them prove-it deals. See what they can prove in the preseason. You just see we signed 4 different guys there. We also signed Bradford Short to a very similar deal. All the same deal pretty much. And that's just to get bodies into camp. I don't know if those guys are going to make the team or not. And then I tried the same thing with Marcus Armstrong, but unfortunately, he decided that he wasn't going to sign with us and he's going to test out free agency. I'm fine with that. Same with Jeremy Zuda. Zach Zenner, I gave him a little bonus and he decided to sign with us. He'll probably be the 3rd running back on the team. Javonte Spencer decided to sign with us as well. Alex Smith, I wasn't going to give a whole lot of money to him after throwing 3 picks last year. He declined the offer I gave him, as did Kevin Dodd. And surprisingly enough, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie actually accepted the deal I gave him. So that's pretty awesome. Anyways, let's get into retirements now. The Bears had no retirements. Marvin Lewis actually retired as the Bengals head coach. Surprised he wasn't fired by now, but oh well, I guess. That's kind of weird. LaShawn McCoy retired. Josh Seddon, Britton Colquitt, and Joe Thomas retired for the Browns. LeGarrette Blount retired with the Buccaneers and went back there, I guess. Andy Lee and Phillip Rivers both retired for the Chargers. So Rivers couldn't get that Super Bowl, but he had a pretty good season. He won MVP in his final year. Paul Posluszny retired for the Jaguars. Zach Strief actually retired for us. Glover Quinn retired for the Lions. Mike Tolbert retired for the Panthers. Clay Matthews and Tom Brady both retired for the Patriots. So Brady, after 20 years, finally retires. Raiders and Rams have no retirements. Neither do the Ravens or Redskins. Max Unger retires for the Saints after 11 years. John Ryan, the punter, retires from the Seahawks. Ben Roethlisberger also retired this year. So Rivers, Roethlisberger, and Brady all retired. And T. Sizzle retires for the Texans. And the Titans and Vikings had no retirements. So let's get into free agency. I decided to try to get Cody Kessler as a backup quarterback. And I actually offered Derrick Henry a deal. So Saints fans aren't going to be happy about that. Ronnie Staley offered a deal as well. And I tried to offer Alex Anzalone the same deal I was going to give him anyways. But anyways, we actually signed Derrick Henry. We also signed Deion Jones. I don't think I showed that deal. And Ronnie Staley also signed with us. Also decided to go after Julian Edelman, see if I could pick up another veteran receiver. Also offered Jimmy Smith a deal. And Edelman and Smith would actually accept different deals, as would Anzalone and Kessler. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to sign any of those guys. But I did trade Asher Johns to the Baltimore Ravens for some draft picks, as you see there. I mean, Johns really just wasn't working out at all. I have Alvin Kamara and now Derrick Henry, so I don't really have any need for him. I also traded Andy Levitre, who was a huge disappointment for me, for some draft picks to the 49ers. And Lorenzo Molden also got traded to the Falcons along with 2 other picks for a 2nd-round pick. With how Jenkins and Donahue have played, I don't really need Molden anymore, so I let him go. Devin Rabisky got traded to the Broncos for 3 different draft picks. Just don't really have any need for him. Marcus Bays just played out of his mind since the beginning of this series. So let's get into the draft now. The Giants had the number 1 overall pick, but I decided to offer a trading Casey Hackney and one of my 1st-round picks for their 1st-round pick. And with the 1st overall selection, I decided to draft Darren Adams to replace Hackney. So he's going to be an outside linebacker for me. And he's a 78 overall with superstar dev, 84 speed, 92 tackling, 84 block shed, 91 hit power, and 85 pursuit. So definitely a good selection there. Then with the last pick of the 1st round, we pick up center Russell Woods, 76 overall, normal dev, 84 pass blocking, and 84 impact blocking. Then in the 2nd round, I actually drafted a quarterback, Vondre Spain out of Clemson. He's a 74 overall, mobile quarterback with slow dev. I don't think he's going to take BHC's job, but he's good insurance just in case anything were to happen to him. BHC does have an injury history, so... Anyways, last pick of the 2nd round, I pick up Heath Finley. He's a 76 overall, normal dev, possession receiver. I kind of need a possession receiver because actually, as you're going to see, Jordy Nelson ended up retiring before the draft, so Finley was much needed. So he'll be kind of a change of pace receiver. And then we pick up another receiver with our 5th round selection, Ladarius Hepney. An excellent selection there, 79 overall, normal dev, 97 acceleration, 94 speed. So he's another speed receiver. I'll probably use him as a kick returner, but still use him in the passing game as well. He's very similar to Tyree Gorn, so he'll probably be my 4th receiver. Then I selected Olin Murray. He's a 74 overall with 86 impact blocking. And for the last pick in the 5th round, I pick up Parker Greer. He's a 78 overall, quick dev middle linebacker. He'll probably just be a guy maybe I trade during the season, or maybe it'll just be a backup for CJ Daly. I run a 4-3, so I don't really need him. Then I pick up Churfy Haynesworth. Really not much to talk about with him. I picked up another quarterback in Ryan Colquitt, and I would actually move him to tight end, as I'm going to show you later in the video. Kind of boosted his stats a little bit as a receiver, but he had really good physical stats, so that's why I moved him to tight end. I picked another corner, wasn't really that impressive. Then I pick up Vincent Sherman, another not that impressive guy. And then last but not least, I pick up Ariel Pojade, or Aurel Pojade, that is. Just a guy I just picked just for the sake of picking him. So that's my draft class for this year. Another draft class full of draft picks. And Aldrin Johnson from the Baltimore State Dynasty got selected by the Houston Texans in the 5th round, 25th pick of the 5th round. Hopefully he does something for this final season in this franchise, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I actually have a poll in the description. If you guys want to help me decide who I'm going to pick for my Madden 19 franchise, I have a little poll there. And the teams I'm thinking about using as of right now are the Redskins, Bengals, Buccaneers, and Chiefs. Now, if you guys want to see me use a different team, then let me know in the comment section what team you want me to use. And that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll probably have the preseason up on Saturday. Don't quote me on that, but that's when I'm planning on dropping it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you leave a like, hit the sub button if you're new, and you guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this video. I'm out of here. Deuces.